Alrighty, good morning. Welcome back to Griffin, Indiana. Looks like we still don't have any wheat. I think today we will, I think today we're going to reseed that. It's been a while. So this morning we've got to check on our cattle. We've got to check on our productions. I did skip us through a month. There was nothing going on, so I just came in and collected the stuff and headed back off. So got some manure sitting there. We've got some grapes. We haven't got them getting sent anywhere yet, so we can pick them up. How's the cattle doing for food? They're 100%. Got a bit of milk and a bit of slurry there that we can get rid of later. Our money's dropped down a little bit because we do have some leased equipment, which we'll work on buying back or owning ourselves eventually. The sunflowers, they're going straight to production, into the mill. I think what we'll do is later on is we will head up with our mower trailer that I just realised we've been leasing this whole time. We'll head up to our field, we'll get that mowed. I'm even thinking about maybe just, I don't know. Do we have any contracts today? Nope. So it's March. It is. Oh, I turned that off so I could seed. But I haven't done it yet, so we'll have a look. So it is planting season. Unfortunately, there is no contract for us to make big money or any money. Our neighbour's field's still sitting here bare and empty. We will collect all of these up. The corn can go up to back up to the facility up the top there. I'm really thinking now we've got the spare room down here, we should just bring it down here once it's empty. Okay, just stay there then, I'll sort it out. Yeah, we've been getting plenty of corn, which is great. That's just going into seed production at the moment. The seeds that were produced yesterday I put into the silo bins there because we don't have a silo set up yet. That's something that we're going to have to work on now that we got products coming in. Before I was just sort of using and selling as we needed or buying the bags just short of what we needed. But now we've got extra stuff and extra productions and lockdown. So yeah, I'll get all of this loaded up. We'll probably do the wheat and the sorghum and stuff that can probably just go back down to the grain mill for us as well. So the corn's the only one that's got to go up there, and then just trying to work out, are we going to buy more grass fields up there at the moment or not? Because if we're not, we could probably bring that little silo hut thing down here. It's only 25 grand, and I mean it's already made us that money and more. In reality, we could just sell the seeds that it's produced and pay for another one, but we might leave it up there for a little bit longer. So we can change, once we get enough seeds, we can change this production over. We won't need to do the corn and all that for the seeds for a little while. We can change it over to something else. I do want to save up and put like a grape production facility in to make grape juice and raisins. There is it's like a produce-all thing that has all sorts of things going on in it. That is a good option to put in if we wanted to, but I'm just going to try and stick with normal productions if we can for now. It's only, the other one's only 25 grand, so we could put it in now and start now, but the problem with that is because it does so many things, if we try and send stuff to a certain one, it'll just all go there, and then we'll have to shape it, move it, bring it back, and yeah, I think we just do it the right way and save up and do it correctly. So that's all the corn. We'll leave that one there. There's already 9 going up. Actually, we'll take this up. That can make it 10. We don't need it for anything else. Get that one loaded on. Lock it down and we will head up there. So we made it up here. We've got the other tractor sitting up here. I'll take down the excess seed. This is all due to be mowed again. Just trying to work out what's the best way to do it, because if we're going to have that big trailer isn't going to fit in around the property that we have down there. Okay, so that's all done. Get him out of the way. Might even try and take down our plough and stuff that we got sitting up here too, get that all down in there. I was actually thinking before I do that was just to replough this whole field from the like this one big grass area, because it's so uneven. It's not really good for any buildings, as we've seen with the cow barn. So bring it over to about here and then go down a little bit further with it. 9,646 seeds. We can't fit all that in on this load, unfortunately, but this tractor hasn't got any extra hitches to take any parts down, so that's a bit of a bummer. I'm not going to reverse it onto the back of that trailer, but we'll send this worker down to the farm. You can park down there. The tractor can take off on the hill. I probably should have hope he's going to be able to. Yo! Maybe we'll start turning down the hill and get a bit of a run up this poor little thing. Working its guts out. 17 hours on this thing now. She's done some time. Send that down there. We will reverse this back a little bit. Get it out of our way. No, we don't want that one. We want this one to unfold it. What we might do is we'll stick our extra equipment on there. Once we've finished, I'll put that weight on there now so it's out of the way. I'm sort of thinking if we can come out a bit far. I'm not sure how far up there we can put the grass, because it doesn't let you build past here from what I remember. I laid out that edge before, so we could come all the way down to here. Get a fair bit of extra grass up there. And then later on, if need be, we can make it a field for something else, or split it into two. Right, that's out of the way. Been sitting up here for ages, same as this plough. I'm like, oh, I'll take it down in a minute. Then I was just thinking we should actually extend this field, make it a bit bigger, and then we've got more grass up here and we don't have to worry about this dead stuff. So let's see if we can. I don't want to go. I don't think we can go up that far with it, in honesty. Maybe we curve it around a little bit. Where are we going to go to? About as far as I want to go. I think, yeah, we'll just lay out a big patch around here and we'll fill the middle in. Hopefully we can keep it as straight as we can. The bird's just woken up. He's He's happy, he's out there talking. It's so cool, he started saying, "Good morning, bread. Good morning, bread." The new dog's not a big fan of him, but luckily he's in a cage. Hopefully they can become friends. Fred the bird likes to come out. We usually let him out at night, sits on the shoulders and talks to you and whistles and gives you kisses, but Jezza the dog, he's not a big fan at the moment. We've only had him for a little while, so he's not too impressed by a talking bird, is the feeling that I get. So, not a lot you can do. Hopefully he doesn't eat him. That's the main thing. So yeah, what I usually try and do is I seen Mr. Silly P talking about the other day about marking out fields and trying to work out where you need and everything. He doesn't like that new collar. I try and just do a run on the inside edge of sort of where I want to go, and then I come back with the AI worker on the outside, and usually when you press B, they'll do a nice straight line. Don't leave them to their own devices, because they can just shoot off and put fields everywhere. So like I'll show you here. Actually no, not this one. We'll go over here and do it, because I'm not sure how far that one's got to go across yet. So I'm not sure if it actually works with this one. I've never tried it. I usually use like the field mod cultivator, but usually if you leave him on part of the field and press B, oh, how can I do it on that one? Try this way. I don't know about it. That's crazy. The other one we use, it normally does it, so I might have to go and lease that to get our nice edges. Nope. So yeah, that's not going to work. We'll go and get our cultivator and do that. Any of the cultivators will do it. They've got allow field creation turned on. So what we might do is we'll take this down, we'll come back, and I'll show you what I mean. Alright, while we're waiting for our cultivator to be delivered, we're going to come over here and we'll dump the seeds out in here for now until we can sort ourselves out a silo. I should have a look, see what silos are available, because the one I like, well, the one I've been using is like 100 grand. And we don't need that, just need a silo. Just use these ones like 30 grand's worth. Maybe we might just put one of these in. Where are we? I don't know where I am. Can't we put it there, can we? We'll stick it here because there's not really anything else that can go there. There's a sail point right there. That's not really in anyone's way. It worries me with because sometimes this one sucks in excess, like if you've got stuff in an area that you're dumping out, it can pick up on it, but we'll try that there. Now we can take our stuff out of here when we get a minute and not have to spend a ton of money storing it overnight. We'll leave this trailer here, so remember to do that. And we're good to go, so we'll just wait for this tractor to arrive with our cultivator, and then we'll head back up and get it done. I'm really there he is. I'm really hoping that this field works, because it's the second time I've had to seed it and roll it and fertilise it once we do it again. Yeah. I just want to grow some wheat. So what we'll do is I've got to try and look at getting a little flatbed trailer. Is there anything for sale that we in the shop today that would be good? Oh, that'd be right. Fertilizer spreaders there, like for 1/3 of the price after we just bought one. Good times. Wouldn't mind like a small little flatbed, but we do have that big low loader up there we can use to load up our pallets too, don't we? So we'll just, I think we'll use that one. There's the collar again. Kids home from school, animals running amok. The normal school holidays in my house. Oh, the low loader's up top. Oh, damn it. Let's back at the others. I wonder if you can actually put pallets on that bale trailer. I think we're only leasing that one. It was just super handy when we were doing all the baling contracts, but nothing's popped up. So we're just going to grab this basic 4-meter cultivator. It has the allow field creation section on it. On Western Wilds and No Man's Land I used to use a bigger one, like a 10-12 meter one, but for here this is going to be perfect. Cruise control on and let's get up there. Welcome back. Here we are up at the field. Just make sure this is going to work there. There we go. I don't know how far we can go with that because it's not our land. But what I normally do is I just, once I've got my edge, I just come along here with this little fella. Press B, and then usually the AI worker will keep a decent straight edge right along the far part. So I know our barriers there, the grey stuff, because when I bought the land I went along the edge with it to know where the barrier was for it all. But this is how I get my field squared off and straight and tidy. I just use I do the inside one just a bit shy of where I want my edge, and then once you've got a row there, the AI worker will actually come and do a nice straight edge for you if you can't get it perfect, if you want straight edges. I know sometimes you want them curved and angular and all that, but this is the way I do the straight ones. And then when you get to the end, just be cautious, because they sometimes will run off. Like, he will just keep going until you stop him. Sometimes they do stop, but don't trust it. I've had fields where they stop all of them, and then I go and get a coffee while I'm waiting for him to do the long run, come back, and there's a big line all the way down the paddock, and they just keep going. They just, if you're on the land, they're gone. Just see you later. So yeah, that's how I get my nice clean straight edges. Sometimes you'll get a little bit of a variation. It is easier with the smaller ones to get the straight edges like this. The big ones do work, but because they're big, you've got to have the camera zoomed right out and you can't tell what's going on. But for now, we're just going to stop this one about there. And we'll come up here. I think, because the road goes up there on a weird angle, I think we're actually going to run into the road as we get down near that. So we might have to curve that a little bit. Follow the road. Maybe we'll just make it to here. We'll do our best to get a straight clean cut, which I can't, it's already gone off. Slightest adjustment and boom, it's not straight anymore, but it doesn't have to be perfect. If you are trying to have a neat and tidy farm and nice clean edges, this is the best way to do it that I've found. I mean, if you do have a better way, let us know for sure. Over the time I've been playing, this is just the one that I've found to be the best for me. And then what we might do is we'll try and run another line up the side. We may make it. It may not be too far over, but we'll find out. Looks like it's going to be right on the road edge at worst case anyway. And if you want to get it a bit better, you just come back a bit like that and bonk, press your button, and they'll just keep going straight. So I'll get this part tidied up. We'll start cleaning up inside there. I'll save you the boring fun of it, and we'll come back very shortly. So I thought we'd give this seeder a go. It's all ploughed, seeds running. This is a seeder we done our last plot with the wheat one that still hasn't grown, so we'll give this one a shot, I guess. See if it grows, see what happens. Grass is in season, nothing's wrong, nothing's dodgy. I've used this seeder on other maps before without any issues, so we will cross our fingers and toes and see what happens, I guess. Once we get this one done, we can bring the roller up, roll the grass, and we have to come up and mow this grass and then roll it with the grassland mower. So a little bit of work to be done up here, but I thought I'd just pop in and give you an update on what's going on so you can see it. And it's playing up like this. It's just, I don't know what's going on. There we go, it's cleared itself out, but no idea what's happening. We've lost a little bit of our field because I've run over the edges like that, just there and there. But we're seeding, so we'll go down and grab the roller shortly. We'll bring you back when we're getting the rolling done. We've got the grass to get done and clean up our productions and pallets and go from there. But yeah, normally this seeder's a pearler. It's great, never had a drama with it, so let's just see what happens with this one, see if it works out well next time, or this time, because I really don't want to have to seed all my fields again, because because this is wrong or it doesn't work on this map or something. So I got no idea what the issue is with it. It's saying grass growing, fertilizer, just needs rolling. So hopefully once we get to next month, we'll have grass on this whole big field and it should all be ready to go at the same time. So now we've got a ton of silage or a ton of hay or whatever we need, you know what I mean? But we will bring you back very shortly when we get this all sorted out. Welcome back. I thought we'd throw the mower behind the little tractor and she's going alright. Doesn't like the hill, but on the straights it gets up to like 18, 19, 20 k's. So I'm just as you can see, cutting the grass. I've done as far over on the left hand side that we can go before our boundary's done. I've been around once. I'm just going to go around again so we got room to turn around. I will probably swap over to the bigger tractor because going up the hills, this one does not like it at all. And it turns the nuts, it just steers and there's like nothing's behind it. But yeah, I mean, it's running it. It's not supposed to be able to, but it is. So takes a bit to get it up to speed, but look, there you go, 17, 18 kilometers an hour, just chugging away at the grass. But as soon as you hit a hill, it just dies. I'm pretty happy with it. So we're just, that whole field now is rolled, fertilized and seeded. So cross your fingers and toes that tomorrow when we wake up there'll actually be grass in that. When I end the episode we may do that just to double check so I don't worry about it. But yeah, it's working. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to swap this one, put the big one back on it. Don't want to hurt the little girl. He's doing well, so we don't need to push it any harder. Basically we've just got to get this grass mowed. We'll drop it over in the right hand side there in our production building, get it turned into some silage. It does take a little while longer because it's not such a wide cut, but I mean, I suppose if you looked at the time it'd take you to cut it with a mower, windrow it into a pile and pick it up with a forage wagon or a baler, like it's not that bad really. I'll just kick back in, but this thing will pull it up the hill easier. The other one was doing like 6-7 kilometers an hour up through here, so this one struggles with it. You can imagine how the little one was doing. But we'll bring it out wide, sneak it as much as we can, and we'll get all this grass cut. It's free money. We've just got to get one of the grassland care rollers up here so we can roll over the grass. And that's what I'm trying to do, just try and get us a bit of an edge on the map And then once we've done a few extra runs, we'll get the roller up here on the small tractor if it'll run it, and go round and round and round in circles. But because that's the end of the map, there's no excess room there for us to go up and down, so I've just been going this way with it, trying to get a little bit of leeway, and I suppose that way we'll stay out of the hills until we get down there. But it's working, it's doing its job, and all of this now should be 100%. There you go, 96, 98, 100% fertilized. The next time we seed it or roll it, it'll probably come up better again, but it's working. So all we need now is just tomorrow to wake up and see the grass there, unlike our other field down there that's saying that it's wheat, nothing's there, which is really annoying me, because we could do with that wheat right now, because that would be handy to turn into flour and seed and all sorts of stuff that we need. Well, that rhymes. Flour, seed, and all the stuff we need. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it, just so you know. That's in about property about there, so we could probably look at buying the land next to us later on. But I think for now we focus on getting some more land down around town. We can throw some production buildings and bits and pieces like that on. Just so it's a bit closer, we can duck around and throw things there when we need it. And this isn't bad land. I mean, if I do take away that silage production hut, we'll probably extend the field out wider anyway. Whether we leave it as grass is a different altogether. But the thing is, with grass, you can harvest it every, what is it, 2 to 3 months, turn it into silage, and you've got money coming the whole time. Maybe later on down the line, when we got too much money, or we got all these productions going where we don't need money in winter and things like that to survive, we can come up here and turn it into just throw a seeder over the top of it and put corn or whatever we want up here. Buying that land next to us was a good move. We pretty much tripled the size of this field. I mean, 16,000 litres already, and we haven't even scratched the surface of how much it's going to be next time. So, should be good, but I'm going to keep getting this mowed. Won't make you endure all the pain that I'm going through right now, and we'll pop back when we're dumping it out. Here we are, back, still doing the grass. Takes a little while, especially if you're not watching it, because you don't get it lined up properly. So miss a bit, but we're just doing big loops. Almost got 30, just under 35,000, so that should be full shortly. And then, you know, we might get another 20, 30,000. Missed that bit there. 20, 30,000 in a second, on the second half. So it's going to fill up halfway through, like always. Turn the mower off. We'll go over here and dump it out, and that can start our silage getting made again. But I mean, this field, when it's it's a bit big, I think we're going to have to save up and get ourselves some. Yeah, oh, we're stuck on something. Gonna have to save up and get ourselves some bigger gear to run this. Because it's going to take a long time with a 2 meter wide trailer. So maybe it's worthwhile just running it with a slasher or a back mower, front mower, whatever, and then coming along with the forage harvester. And like the windrower that you can put on the front, the V-shaped one of the truck, on the front of the tractor. I did see DJ Goham, I think it was, with a big 1 million litre forage harvester and that big V 6 metre wide, whatever it is, windrower. I'm like, yeah, I'd love that on console, but it's it's on PC. There we go, that's in. Let's go down and check it. Make sure it's turned on. Yeah, grass silage is turned on. 71 litres of silage. We've got 11,000 litres of seed in there again, so that All that corn's already gone through it in half a day. Not too bad at all. I'll head up here, get this. We're gonna have to get a little whatchamacallit roller too, so we can re-roll this field so it lines up and matches up with that. And then we'll check it tomorrow and maybe give the field an extra fertilizer just to get it up to scratch so it matches. This is going to suck because I forgot about that little half part there. It's okay, we'll fix that, get that piece next to us and just keep going up and down. Hello, the fields are all done. Got everything loaded up on the trailer. I might actually see about if we can make it a bit wider so it's a bit more stable under. There we go. Wide part, I don't know, might actually have to pull that back in, we might not be able to get through the bridge. But all of that's done, so we're going to head down to the main farm, sort out our productions, sell our pallets of stuff that's left there, and we're good to go. That field is ginormous. It took forever with the grassland care roller. Are we going to fit under the bridge with this stuff all on? Try and pull this back in, but I don't think we're going to fit. Oh, dust, wicked. We got any contracts popped up? No, nothing yet. Crazy, it's like that time of the month where we can start. There you go. Look, grapes, sugar cane, sugar beet, potatoes, sunflowers, oat. They could all be planted right now. There's been no ploughing contracts, no fertilising contracts, no nothing for like 3 months. Normally by now you've got a few contracts on other maps I've been doing anyway. I'm new to all this contract stuff, so I don't know. Hopefully this trailer's a little bit higher than the cars as we get through here. Road's not really built for oversize. We should have had my beacons on, but they're on now, that's all that matters. And trains, hey? But I figured this is the best way to get it all back. We got our plough, our weight, cultivator, the old reliable trusty tractor. We'll get everything down here, unload it all, and then we'll come back up and sort out these. Come on. There we go. Good to go. We'll unload all this and then we'll come back and see what's next. Alrighty, let's get down here and collect all of our junk. Get all this loaded up. We haven't got any other productions for this stuff yet, so it's just going to be sold. As soon as we get a bit more cash, we'll look at doing like a bakery or I think grape production should be one of the next ones because we're getting a fair few grapes. Like there's 6 pallets over there already just from today. I don't know. I'm gonna say this trailer doesn't fit 4 wide. Nice if it did. And the grapes, you know, there's not a whole lot to do with them at the moment. I think that it's running on water still, maybe? Or did we throw some of our free seed in there? I can't remember. Shut in, get it a bit snugged up better. Make it look as neat as we can, even though we'll mess it up and push them all off somehow. Oh damn, we're getting lots of flour out of this. Get that one done. There comes the oils coming out. Right, onto the sunflower oil. thing's chugging it out. Alright, so we've got 3,000 litres of sunflower oil, 3,000 litres of olive oil, 9,000 litres of flour. So the olives, yeah, they must, I don't know how many are coming out daily. We've got a fair bit of manure there too, we'll have to clean up. But yeah, depending on how many grapes we get out of here, looks like we're going to have to start stacking this up a little bit differently. Double layers and stuff. I mean, we can bring it all the way out here, but there's no straps for that far out. Stuck in there. So far we've got 3, so there's another one about to drop, but we'll just leave that one there. And then if we do that, we should be able to get it all on one load. Double strap it. So yeah, this, I mean, I don't even have a clue what this is going to be worth as a payday. But it should be our biggest produce payday. We've still got corn, wheat and oat, I think, up at the other one. So I suppose it's making up for my wheat field that has never ever done anything at all. Pain in the butt, that is. Sorry, I had the kids come in. They were done their teeth, ready for bed. Alright, so let's see if we can get this out of here without getting hung up on anything. It's all strapped down nicely, so let's go and sell this off. I've had a look at the prices of all these things, and this sell all station's usually a little bit lower than most things. Instead of driving around trying to find all the spots, we'll just take it here if we don't get it all picked up in our silo. That was a silly thing on my part. Put it so close, I'll have to be careful of that. $76,000. Not bad at all. That's going to keep us afloat during winter. And should get a bit better actually with our when we start making more productions out of it, so pretty cool. Oh, look at this, they double stack like that. So is the bottom one the same as the top one? Oat. That's cool as. How can we pick them up like that? Ooh, that's a bit. Whoa, I knew that was going to happen. We got that further than I was expecting though. Oats, wheat, sorghum, oats. Doesn't matter how we stack them really, they're all going to go down to the mill at that point in time. Ah, you bugger. There's a little glitchy spot just right there and it messed us up. Makes it handy having this because it's like with the tractor and stuff. I mean, this takes long enough as it is just by hand. But sometimes I've had tractor forks glitching out and throwing it for miles and you got to go and get it, and it's just, it's a pain. But those two weren't the same, stacked top and bottom. So these are all just going to go to the grain mill for now. That's why we've got so much flour. I guess we've got 3 different types. But the oat won't be going there for long because we'll get a cereal production going, and I think the oats go into that. That's stuck on. And you know, the wheat we'll probably end up using for chicken feed and things like that. So that's good for now while we got it going. May as well keep using it. But there will be other productions that come into play later on that'll take this away from being in use. Oh, is that one sitting sideways? Not sure if it was like that when I pulled up or if it's something that I'd knocked. So depending on the cash that we get, we'll see what the next deal is. I was going to load the corn onto the same trailer, but I think it might take it. Does that production take corn, or are we safe to do so? There's not a whole lot of corn there anyway. It can go down there tomorrow, but yeah, it'll take the corn for pig food, and we don't really need that to happen, so we'll just leave it as it is. They're all locked in. Get these ones down and we should be golden. That's why I didn't think about that. That's why we got so much flour pumping out of there, because we got 10,000 litres going down every time we clear that one out. So it's a pretty handy mod because you don't have to have like all the same. Sometimes, you know, you only want a couple of pallets of this, couple of pallets of that, couple of pallets of this, but yeah, I mean, we can change that over or put more in that have sugar beet and potatoes, or I forget the other two were. But either way, I like it. I think it's good. Didn't get in the little zone there properly. They're all gone through now, so that's good. And then I think that one up there with the sunflowers is just sending straight down to here. The grapes, the olive trees are sending straight there. So basically, we've just got to find something to do with the grapes. I think that production building's about 80,000. I'd possibly prefer to get a little bit more cash in the bank before we do any of that, just in case these productions or the contracts don't pick back up. But at least now we've got a solid, I don't know, 76, let's just call it 60 grand a month, just for having those running. By the time we put seed, and I mean, manure is cheap. If it was fertilizer, it'd be a little bit more expensive, but the manure was cheap, so I'm not too fussed about selling them silage bales right now. What have we got in here? Anything yet? No. They're all looking lowish because they've only just been topped off. Where's our... Let's see how much silage is up in that one, but I've gone past it. My bad. Got 11,000 seeds. Where's the grass we put in there? 40,000 litres. How come that's not chugging through? Oh, it is slowly. There's 8,000 litres there, so we might take... we'll leave that corn for tomorrow, I think. I reckon that'll be a wise decision. I'm going to have to look at like a different mower too. That trailer thing is good, but it's not going to fit in here, so Unfortunately, once again, nothing cheap that we want for sale. We could possibly just buy that for now, I guess. That's 6 meters. It's only 15 grand. These ones are 3 meters for 7 grand, and they go on the front. That's a bit wider than what the wagon was. The wagon one was 2 meters, I think. That one's 3.5. What I was thinking of doing was just getting the mower and then getting like that V-shaped windrower. Even if we lease it to start with, this thing here that goes on the front of the tractor, and then behind it you just have your wagon, and that's what, 10 meters, 8 meters for the same price, 15 meters for way too much. I think that's what we'll do. We'll end up getting that one, even if we lease it to start with, while we're doing our big field up the back there. I think for now we'll just use that little grass mower and just a cheap forage wagon. Like, get that thing, 50 grand, but it holds 200,000 litres. See, that's only 2.5 meters. That might not run behind our that might not run behind our tractor, actually. Yep. That's a bugger, but we'll just have to lease a smaller one or something until we get a bit more horsepower. What about... What cost to lease this little jigger? To make it look good at the same time, right? So there's that, but where do you get the back part from? It's only 600 bucks to lease that. Would have been forage wagons. There it is. $800, and we got ourselves a wicked little mower that we can zoom around on. And we can get all the grass cut on our little field. What we'll do is we'll just throw that into our silo that's close by. And just take it up next time we're going up, drop it in the silage. I think the trailer's sitting over there behind me still, actually. So we need to turn on the loading wagon, unfold the mower. On the mower, turn on the mower. This is a pretty nifty little rig. A little bit hard to control. Just zooms around everywhere. What a ripper. So yeah, I suppose if you just mow with that chute going on the inside, it's going to pick up all the grass that spills out. It just takes off. It probably should not have got the tuned version. Too speedy. I mean, normally I probably wouldn't bother doing this, I'd just leave it, but 5,000 litres or 10,000 litres of free grass for silage is a win in my books. Probably get rid of that wheelbarrow now too. That's in a bit of a pain, in a bit of an issue or a shitty area. Pretty zoomy. think definitely next time if I get it, I'll just get the normal version, because this thing just takes off on you. I'll try and use the throttle a bit less. Alright, I'll keep cleaning this up and get back to you when we've got this thing is a little ripper. I was over out the front doing around the edge of our property, and the local councilman came up to me and said that their lawn machines are down, and would I be willing to mow over there where in the park ground where I had the trailer stashed. I'm like, yeah mate, no worries. So they don't seem to care that I've got the equipment stashed there. I just said, look, help maintain it, and you know, just keep it clean and tidy. And I'm like, would they ever be interested in selling it? He's like, probably not, but go and speak to the Shire. So if that time ever comes that we need to expand over there, maybe we can put an offer in, or even just ask if we can lease it. It's pretty handy having it there. But you know, we still got the block behind it, and a few other blocks that we got rather cheap. Like, I mean, this block was super cheap, so... the first block up there where the shed was, I can't remember how much this one here was, but... I've put 5,000 litres of grass into the cattle. And I can't remember how many times I've been back to the silo now. There's got to be at least 20-30,000 litres in there. It is super handy, super fast. For little grass fields, this would be perfect if you just wanted grass and then put it into one of them silage huts like I'm using. It's just zoomy. I didn't realise it's even got a little tow ball on the back, so over there on the property I was using it to move the trailers back and forward. The only one it wouldn't move was the cedar, because that's got a like a pin hitch. It even moved, I used it to unload up the big bales onto the bale trailer and everything. Like, it didn't do it very well, but it done it. I was stoked. We'll just clean this side up over here and then duck across the rail lines to our other property and get that bit of field sorted too. Looks a heck of a lot nicer all tidied up like that. There's a gate there, Garth. Okay, let's get this unloaded. You gotta be careful, because when it gets full it doesn't beep or anything, but it keeps mowing. Turn the mower off and we'll try and move these back, so you can see. But I was pretty impressed. Like I said, it doesn't go fast, but it does it. That's how it's done. Pretty cool. Alright, let's get over to our other field. I might have even done that even faster if I had the pickup lifted, but I didn't. It was down. Pretty cool little rig though. I'm not complaining about it at all for the price that it costs us to lease it and the work that it's done. Super impressed. It's a bit weird to get used to at the start because of the skid steer sort of way it works, but it works. That's the main thing. I was even thinking about leasing it when it's time to do the property up there. Just have a truck and trailer behind you so you can just keep dumping it in, or one of them pallet, unreal thin pallet things that I used to collect the rocks on the fields. Little mini pallet silo thing. not too bad actually, it's good fun. When I stopped recording, I put some music on in my headphones and just, it was like I was mowing the grass at home. And if you start on the outside working your way in, any grass that sort of gets clumped out gets picked up the next time round, so it does it and does it well. That is the main thing. And if you just use the throttle a little bit less, not full on, full off all the time, you can sort of get it to steer pretty well. But it does zoom, like, I mean, this is the tune-it version. I'm not sure if the other version goes this fast, but it scoots. And the faster you go, the less sensitive it is, so it doesn't just turn really easily and blow you off, but yeah. But, oh, it's already full. There you go, gonna have to go and dump it out. And here we are. I had to go and lease this trailer because we got 44,669 litres of grass off all of that. So instead of doing like millions of loads up here with the smaller trailer, it was just better for our time to bring it up in one go. And there it is. How wicked is that? All up, it's cost me about $2,200 leasing the mower and this trailer. That's it. Awesome sauce. We've got the grass in there, the silage is there. We got 11,000 litres of seed because we haven't brought any more corn up yet today. That's it. Killer, hey. Alright then, well that's probably where we're going to leave it today. I'm going to head back, tidy up around the property, go and get some groceries, have a bath, and some nice dinner. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked the episode, and if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe down the bottom there. Leave a comment in the section if you want to, and check the description for the link to our socials, Discord, all that sort of stuff. Thank you, and see you in the next one.